Well, today is all about a famous rat.
What is that?
Oh, not that rat. This rat. So 4 years ago, whenever I first stepped foot in Clear Lake Bait and Tackle, this thing caught my eye. I knew zero about wake baits, and so it really piqued my curiosity. I was talking to Jimmy inside Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. Awesome guy. If you ever get a chance to get down there, you should check him out. Super nice guy. Nice couple that owns Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. And he was like, man, they are catching bigs on this thing. So $149 later, a legend was born. Story time. I was, right after I bought this bait, I was so excited to throw it. I was out off Rattlesnake Island in Clear Lake and just cruising down the tooling line with it, throwing it out there. It's swimming beautiful. It's like, I even like saying that. Yeah, I was just cruising down through there, and boom, out of nowhere, I get nailed by a giant bass. Set the hook, all of a sudden I feel slack line, and boom, my rat was gone, and my 149 bucks. So fast forward 3.5 years. A couple days ago, I'm just cruising through Tackle Warehouse, and guess what I see? The rat. And it's still $149. But we have some unfinished business.
Say hello to my little friend.
So today we're gonna review this bad boy. Look at it. It's just got that sound that, oh, it just makes me want to get out there. God, it's 30 degrees outside and the water is 35. It's driving me crazy. Anyways, I'm gonna show you the unique sound it makes. I'm gonna show you some techniques on how to make it swim the best. What line, what reel, what everything. Just you name it, it's gonna happen.
You saying you want a piece of me?
So this is the 3-piece version. They come in 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4-piece. They are roughly 12 inches long with the tail, 2.9 ounces, and made out of like a lightweight resin. In my personal opinion, the 3-piece is where it's at. So why? Why would we throw this big guy? Well, rats and chipmunks and other little varmints, I was channeling my inner Yosemite Sam, live next to the water. And a lot of times whenever water comes up or goes down, it displaces them from their homes. They start moving around, fall in the water, and then we have a need for one of these. In my opinion, I think the best time to throw this is maybe right after a rain, next to bushes, trees, tooling lines, anything hanging over, as close to the bank as you can get where there's still water for fish to be in. Rats and other varmints are a very normal forage for bass. They love this stuff. Easy meal, slow moving compared to them. Easy meal, it's like a buffet. It's like Denny's and all you can eat pancakes or something. And whenever I say that this thing attracts bigs, bigs is not the word for it. It is crazy. They're not used to seeing stuff like this. Also, whenever I say this thing is a blast to throw, it is an understatement. It's not like throwing 8 or 10 or 12 inch bait all day long where you get tendonitis in your elbow. 2.9 ounces, easy to throw all day. You'll feel like you threw a chatterbait all day. So let's talk about the hardware on this thing. On the front, it has ST36 hooks. The front is a 1/0, I believe, and the back are number 1s. Super nice snap. The snap is really cool. And then a nice little touch. They wrote PB on the bill of it here, but they engraved it from the back side so it didn't mess with the water displacement. Talk about thinking of everything. But I think probably my favorite thing is this screw lock tail. Talk about an epic win for a $150 bait. You can just screw this off, put a finesse worm on there, and boom, you're back in business. You know, in my opinion, I don't even know if it needs the tail. it still swims crazy without a tail. So let's talk about rod and reel setup. I like to throw mine on a 300 Corrado. Just a 300 Corrado K. In my personal opinion though, the rod makes way more of a difference than the reel does. I like a Mega Bass Casino or a Blackjack or something like that. 6 Sense makes a bunch of good ones. 7.6 to 8 feet, long rod so you can pick up a lot of slack. It's the perfect rod. So now that we got rod and reel set up out of the way, let's talk about line. Line is kind of controversial on this. Controversial. God, I don't English very well. I like to throw mine on fluorocarbon. I know. Braid, top water, I know. But with a big rod, a swimming bait, fluorocarbon, when you throw it out, you have contact with it the whole time. It's like throwing a buzz bait. I throw a buzz bait on braid, but that's neither here nor there. I think, in my personal opinion, fluorocarbon works better. If you happen to be around tulies all the time, I would throw braid. The reason is then you can just rip it out whenever you get caught up, whenever you throw it right next to the tule line and you're like, oh crap, and boom, it hits the tule and you're stuck, and you can just rip it out with braid. Not a big deal. Literally any other time, I'd throw fluorocarbon. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the way that when the rod loads up, you have a little bit of stretch, so it gives him a second to latch onto the bait. It's just like throwing a frog. You know how you have to, as soon as they hit it, you have to wait a second for the frog? Same type of idea. So let's talk about colors.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Who cares? Right? Who cares? It's a bass. It's got a little bitty brain. Just like Gerald Swindell says, it's got a little bitty brain. It's like minuscule. To me, whenever it comes to colors, it's like the Crazy Bass Fisher says. It's all about action. God, can I speak today? Action, presentation, timing, then color. It's that simple. So the bottom line is these baits really catch bigs. It's the juice. Trust me on this. If you don't have one on the deck of your boat, you need to. What are you waiting on? Go get one. And if you Clear Lake guys are watching this, stay off of my juice, baby. Stay off of my juice. I'm out.